Yeah. I mean, silently hang out, but it wouldn't be that interesting to watch.
We can talk more about teacups.
We could. We could talk about haunted trails. That's like the shitty version of every amusement park.
I'm not gonna lie, I love me some haunted trails.
yeah,
Not anymore. Have you gone
mini golf.
recently?
No, I've not been in
It's total
at least a
malarkey.
decade.
This isn't my drink. No wonder it tastes funny. Oh,
I feel like I can still hear haunted trails in my head. How, like, you don't hear people or words in there, you just hear every noise of everything happening in that building.
yeah. And then the teacup song that just plays over and over and over
Yeah.
and over and over. That's a good song though. Also, they used to have water bumper cars. What the frick? I want that back. Talk about emptying out an entire place so that you can have small children's parties in it. No, fill it with water again. Water bumper cars. The outside bumper cars, oh, I mean the race cars that people used to slam me into the walls. Uh, that's less fun, more dangerous. Oh yeah, yeah. I usually got slammed into the wall at some point, and then one time I got hit so hard that I like couldn't walk when the ride was over because my leg had slammed into the center console of it, and it was just completely purple. That was fun. Yeah, I mean they clearly enjoyed themselves. That's what they said. It's not a fun time until you get hurt. It's a pretty good mini golf course though. I dig it. I still dig it. It's got monsters outside. It's not often you could say that about a mini golf course. You're gonna call it a theme park? Yeah, right. It has one Dracula statue on top of the building.
They called it haunted trails so that way if it's like dark and dusty, that's just like the shtick.
Hey, you know what? Their food used to be cheaper than like going out to eat. I don't know why, but all of a sudden now you got to pay $7 for a corn dog. Yeah, it used to be like $1. Yeah, it was like the cheapest food in the area because it was total garbage, but like at least it was cheap. Now it's expensive garbage. Yeah, I know, right? You don't even get good food anymore. You go to Six Flags, they can't even give you real ice cream. It's
Oh,
dairyless ice cream. It's fake. Yeah. Yup. Vanilla ice. Mmm. It's not good. I don't recommend. Everyone's getting funnel cake with ice cream on it, and you're like, ugh, don't.
I think that's like the only time I've had funnel cake. I know it was the first time I had it there. I went with Jessica for my birthday one year. And I experienced funnel cake there, and I was like, I don't know if this is like how all funnel cake is, or if this is the bad version of funnel cake. It was good, but I was like, I don't imagine anything at Six Flags food wise is like quality.
Top tier. Oh, no. Year round, I would agree with you, except the Christmas food. Christmas food is good. It's really good.
It still confuses me that they have a Christmas thing. Who wants to go on a roller coaster when it's like 30 degrees outside?
You know what? Once it gets too cold, they shut them down.
Then Then why did they open for that?
Because it's a theme park now. It's not an amusement park anymore. It's a theme park. They've got whole buildings just covered in lights. They put Dracula on top. And out back, they have the swamp monster, you know? No, but they it's just all Christmas themed. So they change everything. You got elves walking around in the street that suddenly burst out into song. It's like being in like a bad Christmas movie where every once in a while a song breaks out and you're wandering around and there's pretty lights and one building just changes colors entirely and shows pictures on it for like an entire light show. Um, they've got like ornament building and Santa Claus and like cookie making. It's like a whole thing. Yeah, and there's a lot of shows. The Christmas shows are spectacular. I love them. Especially the one that's actually inside the theater that isn't like in the cold on the street. But no, it's really good. And the songs are like traditional songs, but they do it in a more fun way than most places. Because I hate Christmas music, so it's slightly better. I also made all their outfits, which made me like it more, of course. They would never. They're already not making enough money because they lost Hanna-Barbera. Don't tell anyone that one. That's okay. We specifically lost Hanna-Barbera, not Six Flags as a company. You know, honestly, I don't know how. Something happened, and we specifically lost all the rights to like Scooby Doo and like the Jetsons. I don't know. It didn't seem to have that much of an impact. Scooby Doo, big deal. Shaggy. Well, the biggest problem with all that jazz is like you can say, okay, well, we still have the Looney Tune characters, but a lot of kids don't know them. It's like at least kids know Scooby Doo. They also know Batman, which has become like a hip and happening thing. How they're exploding with DC and trying to make an actual theme park with DC. Yeah, how'd that go for you? Oh, probably.
I was gonna say they replaced Michael Jordan with that old dancing man from Six Flags.
Ooh. Mm. I talked to some of the older people that were there, and they were like, "That was absolute hell to record." And I was like, "Yeah." Apparently, they hated that old man. I'm getting the tea today. He's not. He wasn't an old man. Yeah. I hope our live studio audience doesn't feel too bad. I get it. Oh, I'm sorry. That's true. They also got rid of Speedy Gonzalez. Pretty sad about it. I don't know why. I'm
I could
assuming for race reasons.
Yeah,
I'm
I can take
assuming
a guess
for
at that
race
one.
reasons, but also just I don't know. I don't know. To me, it feels a little bit more like getting rid of the only colored character you have, rather than that's a little bit too on the nose. It's like we only have one character that's colored, and now we're gonna just like. There's really no winning in that scenario. Gotta bring Speedy into that conversation. It's true. Yeah. Then they always made his sombrero in the way.
Is it like morning? Can I nap? Am I allowed to sleep now, you guys?
Yeah, of course you can. Why wouldn't you?
Don't ask me that question.
How do you feel about sleeping?
Well, I'd sure like to, but I'm not sure that I would actually be able to get enough sleep to mean anything.
I mean, so long as the boat stays on course, the concept of day and night really isn't super important.
I mean, more so that this hasn't been a chill journey so far.
No, it's been a lot of things for like 4 days in.
This is gonna be a long month.
Why don't I just try to sleep? And just with the understanding that I understand it probably won't finish, but I'm not gonna be helpful with anything unless I sleep. Yeah. Just gonna peace out. Have fun. Good luck, you guys.
Good night, Criv.
Frankly, no. That was really pressing.
Wild.
On my little pendant, can I slide out the magite on it and like slide it back in? Yeah, I want to couple hours every day, kind of like slide it in my pocket and try to just use the pendant, and invoking the invoking Freyr specifically, obviously, but the gods themselves to see if I can draw magic through the device without the help of the magite. Just correct. I'd probably have different tests, so like I'd probably be underground, so that way I don't run the risk of like dropping it into the ocean. But either sometimes have it on my person, just kind of on me, and then other times put it like on a table or something like that, or put it inside of a pouch and put the pouch inside of the table, that kind of thing, and just kind of work it that way. That's what I was thinking. Yes. Probably Kriv, if Kriv was willing. Be like, hey, can you take this and just go to the other side of the ship? I wanna test some things out here.
Sure. Stand over there.
Oops.
Ah,
Sometimes it happens. Okay. I think that's got it sorted. Sorry, I'm saying a lot of stuff and nobody heard any of it. That's okay. None of it was important yet. We're just sailing. I literally told everyone that you're sailing and nothing is happening. Ravi's conducting experiments on his spellcasting. What do you call it?
Focus.
Focus, yeah. His little pendant of Freyr that has a little piece of magic channeling ore in it called Magite. He's removed that and he's trying to cast a spell with the pendant itself without the Magite included. So, yeah, Kriv on the other side of the ship and you're casting on your side. It doesn't look like the light cantrip is actually working on the pendant at that point. And Kriv, if you're looking at the Magite, it's not really doing anything either.
it's just a rock I'm holding.
Just a rock. I mean, it's a rock that's got
Yeah.
a lot of potential,
Yeah.
but none of it's being utilized right at that moment. You can return it to Ravi, and I'm assuming that you're doing this, every day or so, but you're replacing it at the end of your experiment every time.
Yeah.
Sort of putting your pendant back together and having it ready to go. Yeah, so take from that whatever you will, whatever conclusions you want to draw from those results are yours to have. How is anybody else fighting boredom?
I want to go talk to Arvistan.
He's there.
Can go find him. Hey, I have. Nope, I forgot how I was going to say that. I heard you might be short on health potions, and I have a feeling I've contributed to that. Would you like a health potion? I have two. You're muted.
You've got no sound, Jason.
He doesn't want them. I'm keeping my health potions.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if we get in another sticky situation, we can use it on anyone else that needs it.
Okay, I hand it over. I also have a weird question.
Okay.
Can I try talking to your tree arm?
That is really weird.
I don't think
I guess I don't think it'll do anything, but sure, go ahead. And I just extend my arm.
I've ever used this spell. I just vaguely am aware that I can talk to plants.
Okay.
And I'm very curious, and if we're bored, I want to know what happens if I try to talk to Arvistan's plant arm
Sure.
face.
So speak with plants, I assume, is the spell that we're using.
Yes. I have it up if you need details. 10 minutes.
It's not necessary. You cast a spell to enable yourself to speak with plants. Now, from the outside, when you were speaking with animals, we'd add in a little a visual flair of you using animal noises to communicate with them. There's not really any equivalent of that for plants, unless you want to just like do photosynthesis at his arm or something.
I mean, ideally.
Yeah, which doesn't have any outward indication that it's occurring. So what do you want to say to Arvistan's arm?
I'm gonna assume this isn't gonna work, so I'm just gonna start with, hello, can you hear me? Can you talk?
As seeing her reaction that she's not impressed or anything like that, I turn a little bit around like, yes, I'm here.
There it is.
All right. I don't know.
Do you like move your arm while you do that? like the little mouth on it.
Don't patronize me, Arvistad.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to be kind of helpful because I didn't see any reaction from the arm talking to you.
Did you think you would also hear the plants talking if I talked to them?
I mean, maybe just for the sheer fact that it's part of my body now.
Well, did you?
I personally didn't hear anything. or wait, God, did I hear anything?
I like how you phrased that. I personally didn't hear it.
You hear nothing, and Krith, you don't hear any response from Arvistan's arm either.
Okay, and I proceed to ask them, did you hear anything?
Well, yeah. I'm surprised you didn't. I thought if it was attached to you, you would have heard it still, even if it wasn't out loud.
I mean, I still don't know if this thing has a mind of its own, since...
I would say so. I don't think it likes you.
Oh, did it say something to you? It doesn't like me? Oh, no!
That's your bow arm.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you need both of them for that.
Stan. Keep an eye on it.
Okay, any more weird experiments you want to try?
I think that's it for now. I think I did grow a plant out of his arm at one point, didn't I? To see if it would work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Arvista,
Yes.
do you still have your hair?
Yes.
No, I mean like the cut off part.
No, that was dropped off before me at the Temple of Tangriel, actually. They
Oh.
delivered it as a warning, but I couldn't see anything, so I didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
Well-
I don't have that. Nobody has it.
That's too bad. I thought maybe I could reattach it.
Mend his hair back together? Does that work?
Yes, I don't know.
That would have been awesome if you brought it up earlier.
I
And
didn't
that tear
think
just
about it until
and that
now.
tear just drops. My hair.
Can we try it to see if it would work, though? Like, cut off some more?
No, I don't want to chance it.
Well,
I mean-
here I can do a little bit. It's long.
Okay, yeah, you can do yours.
Without a knife.
Here you. Oh yeah, that's right. You have one of my my daggers.
Well, yeah, you let me keep it. It's mine now.
Yes, that is true.
Well, should I wait for the answer from the D? No, I'm gonna cut off like 2 inches at the bottom.
You can see Dave trying to figure out if that would work.
I think so. I think if you wanted to mend, as long as it's less than a foot, you can reattach those little pieces of hair. You're not going to be able to put someone else's hair on the end of your hair. So we can't get Arvistan his long hair back with a donor or anything.
I wouldn't do that anyway. Sorry.
I mean, Robbie would. I think he would shave his head and donate it to Arvistan so that he could have long hair again. But that probably wouldn't work.
Green tips. Arvistan gets green tips.
I mean, it'd go with his skin.
It's what everybody really wants from their hair, just to match their skin tone.
Oh, gross. Well, that was my plan. I was hoping you would have your hair.
Yeah, no, sadly I don't. And another tear just left. My hair.
Oh,
You that upset about it?
same
I mean, it'll grow a bit by the time we reach Mochipa, so you'll be good.
Just message Father Gregor and see if he can go find it outside.
Oh God, that's
He'll go
so-
looking, and he'll never find it. It's called Blown Away in the Wind by now.
There's a lot of
Oh
hair.
man.
Or it's in a rat's nest.
I like how we get bored and we just Frankenstein Arvistan for entertainment.
I was thinking about fishing and then decided that was too much of a hassle, so
And nobody's.
throwing around cantrips sounds
Yeah.
easier.
And at this point, we've been traveling for what, just like 5-6 days, only like a week or so in?
I'd say about a week now, yeah.
Okay.
Well, do you guys want to call anyone?
I was waiting for a couple of weeks. I'm going to call my sister, and I'm hoping a week or so, and I don't know, see how she's doing, see how mom's doing. Let her know that my uncle's a super duper jackass, and now I owe like $1 bajillion.
Wow.
What would happen if you tried to call Peakrid?
It's a lot of jokes.
Actually, that's a good question.
Wait, call who?
Peakrid,
I'm going to try to message Peakrid.
the person girlfriend possessed.
All right. 25 words.
Let's go.
Peakrid, it's Ravi. Just trying to see how you and the city are doing. Please let me know.
Hey, lol.
Okay.
We're at an auction, lol.
Right. With
Which
the emojis and stuff.
Yes, smiley face.
Ocean wave, sunshine.
Hashtag not dead. You know.
Ravi, you get no response.
Oh no! That's almost worse than a response.
That's definitely, in this case, it's definitely worse than getting a response. So that didn't bear any fruit. There is no word from Peakrid.
Who else can we message? You guys want to send a message to Duncan?
Just like for funsies?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, okay, but the last time I sent a message to the Goads family, you know, it doesn't go super well, like ever.
I mean, I'm super surprised that old hillbilly farm family isn't great with magic and all, but
You know, and I have tried reaching out to Derek, but I keep getting really creepy bug noises, and I'm a little bit over that.
I mean, that's probably better than the absolute silence from Peakrid, who is possibly dead now.
Okay. But you know there's a chance that it didn't make it.
It's true. I will.
Or there's a chance that her message didn't make it back.
Or
True.
there's a chance that your girlfriend killed her.
No, you don't know. We're not throwing around accusations.
I mean, we are.
we kind of are. I mean, she did murder her sister, so.
Well,
You don't know anything, Armstead.
Yeah, I don't know anything that is
Let's-
true.
Unless we had a cool truth or dare session on the boat and Armstead told everyone. You just say truth and Crib's like, did Alira kill
no. No.
it? And then you're like, I picked dare, and then they're like, I dare you to tell me everyone Alira's killed.
I dare you to tell me every person that Alira has killed.
Wow. Way more than I know, probably.
That's not better.
You're hilarious. You haven't think we've murdered so many people. I've got 2 of them on my hip.
Those are 2 people.
It's not all that weird amongst our group, unfortunately.
She's not an adventurer, though. She has a house and a cat.
Maybe she adventures from home, like a staycation.
I don't know if I want to know that someone is having a murdering adventure inside of my hometown, but
It is a big city. There's a lot to do.
It's true. I would think that murder wouldn't necessarily be high on that list.
You don't know what she's doing. She might be doing something for the better.
I mean, it's possible that her taking over Picret's spot, she is. However, I don't know if that justifies murdering her if that's what happened.
Just,
I don't. I do not. I do not know.
At this point, it's all speculation. It's not going to hold up in court.
I mean, I'm the only person who's really talked to the ghosts.
True.
Wait, you've talked to ghosts?
So funny.
I mean,
You missed the last one. It was a little girl.
Don't you remember that she summons ghosts from the skulls whenever we're doing like weird rituals and stuff
Well,
like that?
I get that, but we were talking specifically in terms of people that Alira has killed. Are you communicating with the ghosts, the murdered people of Alira? Is that what's going on here?
Kinda.
Wait, you didn't know that?
No, I've been in the literal dark for days.
No. None of them told me that they were murdered.
I'm going to make an insight check on that.
I know for a fact that that's lying.
I hate to say it, but Hajate's going to have to make a deception check.
I'm in.
Player versus player rolling.
I'm in for deception. Why would he believe that? I didn't even try to make it sound plausible.
That's such a bold lie. Like, I was also...
Counting on Crib to cover you.
Which you also asked if I would do, and I said no.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 12, but I got a +7.
18.
So is that your total?
5.
Oh, so you beat mine.
Yeah. So Robbie would probably believe that Ajite has not heard from somebody that was killed by Alira. They never said they were murdered by Alira.
That was the shittiest lie ever. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you said exactly the thing that you meant.
Oh. I see.
I think it's almost easier to maybe count which of our ghost acquaintances does not know Alira.
That's a good way to phrase that. I was gonna say.
I think only one has said that Alira killed them, but like all of them know her and aren't happy about it.
You know what? Ray seems chill.
Yeah.
Ray seemed okay. He wasn't particular any direction. One of those,
Well, that's a situation we might want to watch.
One of them did say they were murdered, okay?
That's a problem. That's frowned upon in Karenia.
You know what else is frowned upon?
Lots of things, but what are you referring to specifically?
Are you asking for a list?
Harvesting a skull from someone who wanted to die.
I mean, probably. You're right.
Also, we killed him just because he wanted to die, but that doesn't make it right that we did that. I'm just saying. As the leader... I told us all to do that, but it probably wasn't the best idea or nice in any way. I mean, I genuinely thought it was a good idea for him specifically because he seemed to really want it, but like at the end of the day,
I mean, the alternative is we don't, and they probably either kill himself or runs into something else that kills them. Like, I don't think he was going to live for much longer, regardless of what we did.
Well, I mean, was there? There could have been a way to like. There was literally no way for us not to fight. I'm trying to. They were really in it for the fighting part.
Yeah, I know. We tried not to pick fights with most things, and they just find us.
Ugh. If we didn't literally hear them say, murder the next living thing you see.
I think the only... Is that really... I think the only person I have sought out to kill is my uncle, and that's the only one so far.
That was brutal, too.
Isn't that I'm just saying.
I'm going to play it off as I was defending the innocent, and in this case, my mother was for sure being grappled and had a knife to her throat.
Who are you, Ravi? What happened? Who hurt you?
I'm going to go with the nobles of Karenia and all their bullshit.
You're trying to get around your god and his beliefs?
I'm not trying to get around it. She was innocent, she was in danger, and he was assailing her.
Did he have to die?
I think so.
In my opinion.
Well, if I ever make it to Freyr, I will ask him.
Hey, Ravi, do you know my father Gregor was, like, ready for that whole cover-up thing? He seemed, like, practiced.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that is that's the most, abnormal thing I've ever seen him do. He was way more ready for that than anything I would have expected.
Huh.
I mean, I suppose there was a time when he probably wasn't a cleric of Freyr, or maybe did other stuff.
No, he made it out to be like, you know, me and the other temple leaders, we got it. We got it.
Yeah, but
they're all crazy like that.
I mean, they probably are all somewhat crazy, but that's beside the point. They weren't working together because they had no idea that Tangriel was going to do anything. I don't think Contessa knew anything about it. I would hope not. She doesn't seem the type who would feel particularly good about that kind of thing, from what little I know of her.
Who worships the god of justice would probably not want to cover stuff up.
Yeah.
But Breyor's okay with that?
I don't know. I guess I'll ask him if I see him.
Are you having a crisis?
A little bit, actually. You may not know this, and actually by that I mean you probably don't know this, but I was actually able to invoke Tangriel's name to cast magic as well, which is why I'm trying to do these spells with the Magite over there and me over here.
What if you're just the magic?
If I was the magic, I wouldn't need the Magite, so I don't think that's the case, but I'm on a mission to try to prove that God is real. That's kind of hard.
Oh, you're still
yeah, that is kind of hard.
Does the Dragonstorm count?
I honestly, despite his terrifying nature, kind of want to talk to him and ask him what constitutionalizes being a god. Are any of them gods? Are they all gods? If you reach a certain power, do you just become god at that point? I don't know.
Are you just exploring many religions here?
I'm not really exploring religions. I'm trying to explore the essence of religion, and if the gods are who they say they are, and why do we worship them? I just have so many questions now.
Yeah.
Can there be a polytheistic cleric?
I don't know. I don't
like heresy.
think so.
What if that's just what this is?
There's kind of a sense of that. I mean, not to speak for Ravi or any of the other clerics that he's encountered, but just like clerics in general. would have an idea. They'd have a god that they focus on, but it doesn't mean that they don't believe the other ones exist.
Okay.
I am kind of curious if maybe there is just like one true god, and we all just invoke different names of said one true god, and that's why I can invoke Tangreel's name, is because it's still the same person, just a different part of whatever this being is.
I guess,
have a
but is
lot of
Tangreal like a living person? Like, you consider Freyr like a person, right? Or something?
Freyr is for sure living, and Sequus has invited me many times to go meet him. I don't know about
Yeah.
Tangreal though, and that's another question I have, actually.
I just want to tell you, I don't like Sequus.
Same.
Why?
Dunking on a dude's not even here.
He
sounds
brought me
like
back
he's
to
trying
life. I mean, he
Yes.
brought me back to life. I mean, I feel like he's a cool guy. Like that
He
was
was
that
weird
was pretty
about it.
awesome.
He's
He
trying to
yelled
steal
at you when you woke up.
He was
Trying to steal
weird
it.
about it.
Yeah.
What did he? What weird things did he do or
He
say?
interrogated you, first of all.
Yeah.
You see, I was still kind of asleep and in pain, so it's kind of fuzzy to me. All of that stuff.
Well, he did. He
We were
did just
there.
yell at you when you woke up.
Now, I will say he made a few interesting comments last time we talked that got me wondering about him, but I don't know. At this point, he is proven far more friend than foe, and as mentioned, he.
You know what? You're dancing around what he talked about.
Like what?
No, or what?
What did he say, Remy?
We're all sitting around a fire. Just pretend it's a fire episode.
Yeah, we're in a kumbaya.
Do you want me to light a fire?
It's
You
like 4
want a
p.m.
fire?
We're by Crib's small hand fire.
Don't worry. Hashate can do the mending spell and recover all that wood that we were burning.
Oh,
That's not gonna work.
Don't you dare look at my arm to burn.
No, it was just. He seems almost mad at Freyr, and he seems to want whatever the power that Freyr has for himself, and believes that he could do good with it. And I don't know, his desire for power puts me at unease, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel the same thing. That
you know,
in my recent bouts of power, I want to use them at times that I probably ought not to.
I don't mean to be that guy,
Okay.
but Elira is doing the same thing, but you're inherently trusting this guy more because a god is involved.
Because I don't know of any children he's murdered, as I'm going to say the big thing. But no, you're right. I have a blind spot for him.
You don't know for sure he hasn't murdered children.
It's true.
He said he wasn't worried about us because he knew he could kill us.
Yeah.
And you
That's
don't.
like a thinly veiled threat.
In fairness, I don't like Sequus for like the same reasons I don't like Elira. They
Well,
don't
that makes sense for you.
They don't answer questions, and it's not like a privacy thing. It's a like, I don't want to tell you, and I don't care if you think I'm just really suspicious. It doesn't matter. I don't like that.
All right, well, if we're bringing in all the religions, Jangle, right?
Yes. Do you want to message him?
I can't. I wish I had met him
I know.
before we left, but I cannot.
I
You should have brought him to the party.
I don't think that would have gone as well as we would have liked.
The murder cover-up party we had.
Yeah, that one.
You know, we also just spent a week screwing around while Arvisan took a nap. Okay?
And that's an important nap. We can't have Arvistan just having to lay on the boat the entire time, just slowly sliding back and forth as the ship
Yeah,
rocks.
it wouldn't even get better. He would just be like a laying down nuisance.
I don't know. At least he did legitimately bring Arvistan back to life, which is more than I can say for most people and help that we've encountered.
Yep.
Maybe he was just trying to get favor with you.
I mean, he for sure wants me to go meet Freyr with him.
I'm telling you, he just wants you in a creepy way. I'm not into it.
I mean,
Not our
it-
Robbie.
I at some point I have to go see Freyr, and Sequus is still the best. I don't know, the best option to get there.
What if he's trying to go to kill Freyr?
Why can't you just go there? We're on a boat right now. Why do you need him?
Because it's a long trek through the ice and snow that I've never been, and it sounds like he has, and it helps to have a guide, much in the same way we've had guides for everywhere else we've gone, including this one. And I'll point to the cabin.
Wait, I was recommended that we go there anyway. I don't know if I told you guys that. Sorry.
You mentioned it, but you never told me for why. So why are you looking to move?
We should go out there in order to find more powerful items / assistance to get rid of the bugs. It was supposed to be a bug solution.
I can't help but wonder if it's the same solution, that whatever power Freyr has is the power to disrupt the bugs, or
Maybe.
do I know of anything outside? Like, I know Tarsari is pretty much largely a waste. Do I know of anything largely powerful out that way aside from Freyr?
In Taufel or Tarsaria?
I was
Topfall.
talking about Taufel.
Taufel, most people that go there don't ever come back. They get
Oh.
lost or they freeze and die.
Bermuda
There are
Triangle.
caves there that you could see from the ocean, from the coast. And
They just-
people try to venture through those caves, and they never find their way through, and they don't come back out. The only other time that it's ever been successful has been hundreds of years ago when people went there and found Freyr. It's the only time anyone's ever returned. And that's all that they had to say about it, was that he was there, still alive, and just like a sad representation of himself. But there are rumors that there's an ancient civilization there, or that, there's powerful magic was born there, or that it might be the source of magic in some ways. But there's not anything to substantiate any of that.
I don't suppose you got any directions, did you?
Other than go there? No.
Well, while we're in Mochipa, we might want to take a look at some of their lore and records and that kind of thing. See if maybe they have something on it that we don't. Might as well sing
It seems like they know. They at least seems like they would know a bit more, at least about Magite. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, and that's kind of where my head was at too.
Yeah. This all seems pretty complicated, in my opinion.
I mean, our entire situation's been complicated pretty much since we met. Like
A little bit.
the
Unless
first
you're
thing,
saying it's your fault.
100%, yeah. No, I'm going to just go ahead and just keep blaming the nobles for that's their reasons. The cockatrice was down there and everything else.
Wow. They're the reason the bugs are there.
100%. They screwed something up.
I'm thinking mad scientist.
They screwed the poosh.
Yeah, that leads us to another question. The bugs that we just got past, like, how did they get here?
Mad scientist.
Yeah,
But
You know,
no,
something really
there has to be
strange?
another way for those guys to be over here on the ocean, because like they're not land, they're not ocean creatures, but they're like all the way out here. Like how
I think they were dumped.
they were dumped.
I think they were failed experiments. It clearly looked like they were being experimented on. Some of them had fins that didn't work.
I mean, I kind of agree with you, but where do they harbor from? Like, is it the
Yeah.
Infernum? But it doesn't seem like it's them. Obviously, they didn't come from New Sanctum. They almost certainly didn't come from Karenia. Unless they're from Mochipa itself, we don't really have a whole lot of other options, do we?
Well,
Not that we know of so far.
the only sort of even like close idea that I would have about these creatures is that we knew bugs existed there before. But it's like they were never like that. You know? I don't know of any other place that would have those sorts of creatures other than Tarsaria.
Well, and the old legends talk, and even I know this about Old Sanctum, which was attacked by these things. So there's been a mad scientist working on these things for hundreds of years.
I don't know if they invented them or if they altered them.
That they have to be altered.
Because, I mean, the judge. I don't know. That is not something I ever thought would be possible.
Yeah,
Where were they before they were this new bug? Were they just all over still? Were they worse anywhere?
Old Sanctum. Mostly. But that's why we had the Rangers to watch over and make sure there wasn't any sort of spread. But clearly there was, and a lot of them died. And all of them died, sorry.
Is there anything weird about Old Sanctum? Is that just where they were?
Would I know anything in particular about Old Sanctum that might have been around, like, whisperings around Tarsaria, like something you'd tell your kid to scare him? I don't know.
Nobody knows anything about Old Sanctum, other than that's where all the bugs come from.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, no. People don't come back from there. It seems like people don't come back from a lot of places.
I was going to say the exact same thing. A lot of places we go, people don't seem to come back from.
For
That's
real.
It. We keep coming back. You think we're gonna die, you guys?
I hope not. I already did it once.
I guess from that perspective, we already kind of have.
Yeah, for real.
But to answer your question more directly, I'm going to say no. I don't have a reason to say no. My logical brain says the odds are not in your favor.
Die.
But we have always made it through. And I think we will continue to do so.
Yeah, on the back of someone else. That's the only reason we lived through Tarsaria. We would have just died.
I agree.
I mean, there's a lot of
Psych,
times that we
I
would have
did.
just died. If it wasn't for the giant turtle that snapped at the giant shark, like 3 days ago, we're probably
God.
dead.
Yeah.
I guess, but that turtle wasn't saving us.
Oh no, but it did. It wasn't trying to, but it did.
You guys almost killed me a few days ago.
Hey, I knew you weren't gonna die. I knew.
Did you?
I mean,
Yeah.
It
Hey,
was,
Robbie, you ever revive a fire, right?
Yeah, I do.
It's two saving throws, real life or like in character. You wouldn't have known what those were.
Nope.
I didn't know that you weren't going to die, but I don't know. I had faith, and you happened to live, so I'm happy about that.
Hey,
You
Robbie,
would have been stabilized.
I don't find that too encouraging when you just told us about how you don't know if God's real and you're like, I had faith you wouldn't die. That's not encouraging, just throwing it out there.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
I get the sentiment, but still.
Well, I was also concerned that if I did just like heal you in the moment, you would have been like, "Oh, good morning, lightning breath," like, and that would have been unpleasant.
Unpleasant. But you could have just stabilized him.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have just
They
stabilized.
don't wake up from that.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Oh.
Man. Lyrics.
It was hectic, okay? There was like an angry wolf and an angry bird and an angry Kriv.
I know you know.
They were all angry.
Yeah, I for sure do. You're 100% correct. In the moment,
I
I had
watched you
forgot.
tie up everyone without stabilizing any of them. Any number of us could have tied them up. Not any number of us could have stabilized them. Also, if they were all stabilized, we wouldn't have been fighting anymore.
Yeah, but we decided to knock him unconscious first.
Well, yeah. But that's, you know, we got that. I wasn't worried about unconsciousness. I wasn't worried about killing Kriv either.
Thanks.
We have a lot of health potions. I wouldn't want to waste them on me killing you. But
I mean, it's not just Kriv that we almost killed. We almost killed Shell and Luna as well. So.
I mean, unfortunately, we had to knock him out to get the bugs out of him. Like
Yep.
there was no way around it.
No, there wasn't. Honestly.
I mean,
Shell cuddled my shoulder. I'm never gonna forget.
Yeah,
It's the only love I'm getting.
it was real weird when she let me like inspect her wounds and that kind of thing, and just didn't react. That was real strange.
You said you weren't bitten. I was very disturbed.
You were on it right away. You were like, "Hey, something's wrong." You were not attacked immediately.
Yeah, that is true.
Whether she likes you or not does not matter.
But I suppose that's better than me trying to like wrangle Shell while trying to cut out this bug at the same time as they're trying to buck me up and throw me into the ocean.
I have seen someone get donkey kicked by Shell.
Is it Arvistan? Because I'm pretty sure it's Arvistan.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the greatest day of my life.
Didn't he almost die?
Yeah. She got him, though. She's a genius.
I will look over at Shell.
She's got the wind blowing through her feathers. She's staring out triumphantly at the ocean. And then she'll probably do something a little less graceful, like pick at her undercarriage with her beak. Kind of groom up a little bit.
Well, at least someone's enjoying the trip.
Yep. Yep. I didn't think she'd enjoy the ocean, but I guess. She clearly likes adventuring. She bitched at me the entire time she was stuck in that thing. She wasn't having it, and they were borderline worshiping her there. And she still wasn't having it.
Giving her nice food and all that stuff.
She rolled her eyes at them, I saw.
She was getting pampered.
Nope. I'm an adventuring bird.
Sometimes you can't tame a free spirit.
You want to call that a free spirit? I guess.
I think Shell is the definition of a free spirit.
I guess that's
yeah, I gotta agree with Robbie on that one.
I guess that's true. She sure does whatever she wants, whenever she wants. So, when are you guys getting animals?
Never. Probably.
You don't want one? We're going to a jungle. You got your pick of the lot there.
Or they could have their pick of me, which is, I think, more likely, as I am not particularly skilled with the dealing with animals. Unless it's like a squirrel or something small that you find in a city.
You should get a hideous bird that can talk.
Oh, boy.
Do you want to talk to your bird?
Yeah.
We get more board time. I can sit down and translate you guys.
Can you not
Do you want a full conversation with Luna?
Yeah.
Was that creepy?
I don't know that I heard. I don't know that I understand the question.
Was it creepy talking with Luna? Did she sound any different
I
when
mean,
she was being
before,
mind controlled?
Did they
yeah,
speak together at the same time like they were possessed?
and they moved together,
Oh,
Ew.
and they looked at me when I said they should lay down and take a nap.
Ugh.
It's very uncomfortable.
Glad we dealt with that. I wouldn't want a ruly bird rather than unruly, get it? Sorry. No, I'm going crazy. This ship's nuts.
don't forget, everybody. They're lemons.
Yeah.
That's right. And I will cut up a lemon and hand people their lemon quarter.
Are you guys all like sunburned?
I'm 100% sunburned. I probably feel like dirt.
Ew.
I'm not. I'm good. Ha.
Ew, you're not?
He keeps
What?
himself covered most of the time. He's got
Yeah, I
a big
keep
hood.
myself covered all the
True.
time.
I was gonna say, are you just deciding you're not sunburned?
no, I'm always covered.
If I were to get sunburned, we got some real problems.
I'm pretty sure at that point I'm just missing flesh. If you get sunburned, I'm just burned.
He
You're
is
just
a
on
skeleton then.
I become the thing I hate the most, the undead.
You can always get relief from the sun just going below deck.
Yeah.
That's true. But that's less fun. I don't think Truth or Dare exists that we'd be able to play.
Is that too high tech for D&D?
No.
Futuristic.
You just pop down a zone of truth.
Pop down a
Yeah.
zone of truth?
Yeah,
Damn, there you go.
gotta
Goodness.
commit.
Commit to what? Alright, I'm in.
Truth or dare?
I'm in, but no one can tell anybody else what they heard.
Fair enough.
All the other
I will
friends.
place down a zone of truth.
Oh my
Oh shit!
All right. Robbie's just cast Zone of Truth or Dare
Yep.
on the sailing
Oh
ship.
boy.
We've got weeks of travel left, so there's plenty of time.
We need to bond.
Zone of Truth or Dare. I want like the whole streaming screen to just have like a different colored hue.
A game show.
Everything's mildly yellow. I don't know what color the Zone of Truth is. I don't know.
Are you all about to play Truth or Dare right now, for real?
He already cast it.
I cast a spell, so we're at least playing truth. That's for damn sure.
It's cast, okay.
Bare minimum, it is truth.
I'm going to have everybody roll to see who picks first.
Oh
So-
god!
Oh no!
I don't like this.
Give us a D100 roll. That's a nice one. We don't do too
Oh,
often.
100.
And that'll be able to split you pretty well.
90.
90?
90.
61.
Oh yeah.
Right there. 90.
Oh, you got to roll the tens dice too.
Oh,
Might
a
be
10?
higher.
Oh, a 10 as well? Okay.
Yeah. So 90 is your 10th place, and then you need your single-digit place.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
61.
We got double
90
61.
I got 92.
25.
Am I right in hearing that both Kriv and Ravi rolled 61?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
I went for a D100 because I was like, they'll never tie. And then D100. That won't happen. Okay. Arvistan, you're first to pick. So you are going to issue either a truth or a dare to somebody else.
Oh man.
Oh, fuck. Okay. This is not cool.
This dumbass game.
All right, Robbie. Truth or dare?
Let's go with truth. I'm good at that one.
Ooh.
You'll have to step into the zone of truth, of course.
100%.
Oh, we're not just all in it,
I mean, it's big enough we probably could be.
sitting in a creepy circle on the top of the deck. I wonder what Betty would think.
Just trying not to pay attention to what you all are doing.
Okay. How do you really feel when you killed your uncle?
Damn.
Oh no! Hard questions. What?
Um,
Uh-oh.
happy.
Ooh.
I didn't see it, and I might feel differently if I did, but when I heard his body hit the ground, there was a sense of calm and happiness and peace. It was nice.
Okay.
How's it, eh? Truth or
Oh.
dare?
All right. I don't know.
Just look around the ship and think about all the things Ravi might dare you to do.
I'm scared of what truth he's gonna ask me. All right, we'll do dare. Don't make me cry. I swear.
I don't know how I dare you to cry.
If I jumped the ship, I would cry for sure.
Fair enough. I dare you to make, not right now, obviously, but tonight to make a nice meal and compliment Arvistan.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, take some
You
more
want
food
me
we
to
got.
cook on a ship with no tools?
Yep. Make it the best you can. You have magic.
What? I should not be allowed future dares.
I mean, you can do it now, but I don't know if I figure I'd give you some time to prepare a little bit.
You could do the compliment now.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, this is so weird.
Ugh, like what?
I don't know, anything you want.
Anything I want. This is whoa.
So
All
long
right,
as it's
I
not
need to hear
backhanded.
that from the audience. The audience says he has a nice butt.
There you go.
I turn around and look at it. Yeah, I guess I do. Thank you, Hashate.
No, I did not say that. Say, you're very talented with a bow. Good job. You've saved a lot of people.
Aw, thank you.
That counts.
That wasn't so hard, right?
No, it was hard.
Hashite, it's your turn to pick.
Like I don't really have an option.
You could pick anybody.
Hey, Crib up there.
Hey, you got it. Nailed it.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
Ooh, you have fire powers.
Remember, you're also on this boat.
Oh, you're right. Can you fly?
No, in a level.
No level. Okay. All right.
If you wait till I'm, for some reason, spontaneously stronger, I have a feeling I could.
Let's see.
I mean, if they turn into an animal, they can fly.
No, I can't.
Wait.
For a
You
level.
have the
Oh,
familiar
that's
spell,
right.
don't you?
Yeah.
That's right. That's
I can
right.
see through an animal that can fly.
I dare you to use the familiar spell to peek in on Betty and see what's up.
What do you mean, what's up? We
Go.
know what's up.
Go down in there and stir her up a little bit in her little box.
She's an octopus.
Yep. What?
Why did I do what?
She's an octopus?
Did I not mention that?
No! Do it anyway. Let's go.
You know how hard it is to talk to an octopus when you can't talk to animals?
Yeah, I could only imagine trying to talk to an animal and not being able to understand them, yeah.
It's so hard. I don't know how you do it. So you want me to go see that she's an octopus?
No, I want you to rile her up in there a little bit. Make the bird like fly in and like
Hey, you remember how I said you're also on this boat?
oh, you're making it so hard.
I'm just clarifying that you know that the consequences of what you're asking.
Go give Shell a big hug.
You want that? You don't want me to get the boat wrecked?
Ooh.
I don't think it would get wrecked. I think she's more of a professional than that.
They rather have the boat wrecked than give a hug to Shell.
Make a choice.
You think a bird has never flown in there? I don't know.
I mean, she keeps it quite locked and not letting anybody get in there. So
Well, she's got a thing to see outside. I saw it. I was in there.
Which one is it? Which bird dare am I doing?
Hug the bird. Hug the big bird.
Big bird.
oh
Give
boy.
her a big ol' hug.
I will go try to hug Shell. We'll walk up slowly.
Okay, slowly and suspiciously.
We'll like in front of her, not like sneaking up.
Okay, so not sneaking, but is there confidence involved in this walk, or is it trepidatious?
Maybe false confidence.
False confidence. Okay, so you walk up a liar towards Shell, the giant bird.
Yes.
Gonna need you to make 2 checks.
Okay.
Oh.
Animal handling and persuasion.
Which one first?
Either one's first. I want to hear them both resolve before we determine what happens.
You said animal handling first. That's how I'm deciding. 12 animal handling. 16 persuasion.
All right.
Nope.
No.
I didn't read right. I looked at the perception one. That's just 11
Okay.
for persuasion.
11 persuasion. So this is just to be a persuasive walk to indicate, I am confident this hug is about to happen. Shell does not know that the hug is what is on the table as you approach. She gets very defensive looking.
Can I, not using speak to animals, just out loud say, this is to spite Hajode?
You say out loud, this is to spite Hajute?
Yeah.
We lost her because of that.
Yeah. Yep.
Because of that. Because of what you said.
I feel like it might increase my chances. Shell has to pick which one's more important, hurting me or spiting Hajite.
Wow.
Do you forget to hook up your laptop?
Yeah.
I knew it.
That ain't anything new.
Okay. So Jimmy's going to miss this bit. Krivy will approach Shell. Shell ruffles up. The feathers stand on end as you get closer. Do you put the hands here comes a hug, like that? Or are you going to spring the hug at the last second?
No, that feels like I'll die.
All right. You go in for the hug. You got a 12 animal handling and 11 persuasion.
You're not gonna die. You'll be fine.
Could you roll initiative for me, please?
18.
Woo!
Okay. Shell's got a 19 on initiative.
No!
Of course she did.
So you're approaching. There are two ways that you approach Shell: with food or threateningly.
That's fair.
So we are determining that this is the second. Shell is going to attempt to kick you away. She gets 2 tries.
Oh my god.
Because she got 2 feet.
She's got 2 feet. The first try, she gets a 23 to hit you.
Yep.
Okay.
It's 10 over my AC.
Yikes.
But you're going to take 9 points slashing damage as you get scratched from the kick.
Yep.
It's going to send you flying backwards. And everyone sees.
Not into the ocean, hopefully.
Not into the ocean. She doesn't hit you that much.
Not as much as Arvis done getting kicked off a cliff.
It's a kick that is clearly aware that it's not going to kill you, but is also aware that it's going to hurt you.
Oh.
Yep. She's gonna lay there.
Crib, it's your turn to pick for truth or dare.
I'm sorry, Crib. I'll heal you if you want.
Shell's agitated now, so she's strutting and squawking.
Oh
Let's not use her anymore.
Robbie, choose a dare.
Give me a dare. Everyone else is a dare. I've not done a dare yet.
Arm wrestle Hajite.
No, what? Whoa.
Right, I run arm wrestles as a series of checks, so it's not going to be one roll to win.
You got to use your skill and not your strength.
We gotta have
I was gonna say, I think
on
I have
opposite
it.
sides
I
refereeing.
think I have a negative.
Referee as you choose. I have no problems with you cheating. Check those spell lists if you think they'll be helpful.
The ref just said I could cheat. Too bad I can't put any spells on myself. All of my useless shit is for other people.
We're waiting on. It's Hajite that's going to initiate the arm wrestle, so it's up to you when you want to begin.
Really quick, I'm gonna go up and do like clap on the back of their shoulders, like come on, and I'm gonna cast guidance on Robbie.
Ooh.
Oh!
All right, can I cast guidance on myself?
For this, why not?
We're all cheating.
Sick.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
That's the ABCs of life.
Is it worth it?
That is what my gym teacher taught me at West. Always cheat.
ABC, always be cheating.
I have a plan, but it might not be worth it. It's very
boy.
mean.
Worse than
He's done a series of rolls. I will not pull it on the first roll.
Okay. You're going to start at neutral.
Uh-huh.
The first roll is going to give one of you advantage, so you're going to have one person pushing the other way. And then you need to do succeed on a second roll to actually win. But while you're at advantage, if you fail on a roll, you go back to the neutral position.
All right.
All right.
These are strength athletics checks.
I want to cry. I got a 3.
I got a 12.
All right.
Not much better.
So Ravi starts to force down Ajite's arm. He's got a clear advantage to begin with. Now we need to make another strength athletics check.
All right, I have a question.
Yes.
His pendant's made of metal, right?
There's a lot of him
Yeah,
on
like
him that's made
I'm
of
nothing
metal.
but I'm just wearing metal armor,
He's
so
wearing metal armor. There's metal incorporated into his pendant also.
I
I
know
don't
where
want
this
to
is going.
set him on fire or anything.
Hit
Um,
metal.
All right, I'm gonna cast heat metal on just the pendant.
Okay. So it's like burning him with a cigarette lighter.
Yeah,
awesome.
I've never
Rob,
used that.
Robbie,
ever.
that's going to give you disadvantage on this strength check, and you're going to take damage from Hajite.
Dude!
This is the only way I can win. I'm at disadvantage already.
You're physically harming all of your friends. We're playing Truth or Dare.
We're not doing this for fun. He can
Uh,
harm me. I set it up to have him harm me.
all right, so I'm gonna use guidance, and that'll be a total of 8.
I also would like to use guidance.
Sure.
Wait.
Also
wait.
roll 2d8 because you're hurting Ravi. That's for fire damage for him.
Oh, okay.
And normally he'd be able to drop that object, but because you're in that arm wrestle right now, you can't drop it. So you're going to have disadvantage until that heat goes away.
I'm sorry.
Nope, no worries.
Was this a good burn?
It's a 12. Which is not a small amount of, Anyway, I'm at disadvantage anyway, so...
What's got you at disadvantage?
I thought I was, right? I was pushed over?
Ravi's at disadvantage.
Ravi.
He's got advantage in the contest, but your checks are the same.
Oh! Okay. 20. Unnaturally.
Hajite brings it back up to center.
Can I make a check to try and use my free hand to take off the pendant?
You could absolutely do so. The heat metal only lasts until the end of your next turn. We're going to count that last contest as the end of your turn. So you're not going to get burned again. That was only going to be for one. So we're back at neutral. Nobody's burning anymore. The guidances have been used, or at least Ravi's has. Another strength athletics check.
9.
You know, I didn't need the guidance, but I did say I used it, so I'm not gonna take that back. I used it already.
Okay.
Four.
Okay. Robbie's winning once again. One more success, he will win the arm wrestling match.
17.
You
Can I
beat
use
it.
Can I use Bardic uninspiration? Take away 8 points.
That is an ability that bards have at some point. It might just be one college that's able to do that. But I don't think you have that right now.
Oh, that's a shame. 10. I lost.
All right. The dare was not to defeat Ravi at arm wrestling, but you did burn him.
That's okay. I thought he would be okay with it.
Nice job, Robbie. High five.
Thanks. I'll look at Hazard. Cheaters never prosper.
Oh!
Yeah. All right.
You said it in the zone of truth, that means it's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, to him, it's true as far as he's concerned.
I wish it worked for Universal Truth, so we could just stand here and like say a bunch of stuff, and then just see if it's real.
The bugs can't see us anymore.
You don't know either way, so.
Oh my god.
All right, Robbie.
I understand. Truth or dare?
We're just gonna go
Dare.
over.
Honestly, I thought about having you get kicked in the face by Shell, but I don't think that's nice at all. Because she's
Not
super angry
anymore.
right now.
Not anymore.
Oh damn.
Guy.
How good of a shot do you think you are?
Ooh.
I'm pretty good, I might say.
That could be a lie. You didn't say truth.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go grab a lemon from downstairs.
Okay.
Now,
You gotta
here-
name a contingency. If you can't, this will happen.
No, I don't think theirs do work like that.
Yeah, my consequence of not hugging Shell was getting kicked by Shell.
Yeah, exactly.
Bill
To be
Gates-
fair, that would have been your consequence of hugging her too.
Yeah.
I will stand at like a part of the end of the ship, like right before Betty's cabin.
Sure.
I need you to shoot the lemon, but don't hit Betty's cabin.
Shoot the lemon, but don't hit Betty's cabin.
Yeah, you don't want to disturb Betty and her ship moving, so you just got to shoot the lemon.
You just set it on the deck, or do
I'm holding it.
you hold it in your hand? Okay. Do you have your hand behind it? Like if he shoots it, it's going to go through your hand, or are you trying to purposely hold it sideways? Okay.
Okay.
Good move.
Deal.
Arvistan. In order to determine the difficulty of this shot, we're going to count it with Ravi's armor class.
Oh
We
dear.
have to increase it on top of that because you're not trying to hit Ravi. He's a big target. You're trying to hit a little thing that he's holding. So we're going to add +4 to that. It's a 23 difficulty to hit. Now, you've done it before. You've rolled much higher than that several times. It's not impossible.
23.
Yeah. So you're just going to make an attack roll with your bow. You've got to roll a 23 or higher. Don't hit Ravi.
All right.
I'm going to say if you roll between a 19 and a 22, 19, 20, 21, or 22, that's going to hit Ravi and not the lemon.
All right. So I gotta shoot it.
Yep,
Not hit Robbie and not hit the cabin, right?
that's the plan.
Okay. Before I do my action and how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna roll to hit. That's a +9. Whew. Here we go. That's a 24.
Nice.
Oh, I pressed my butt cheeks.
All right. Tell us how it's done, Arvistan.
I walk towards where Ravi is and get where the cabin is behind Ravi and shoot the lemon. And shoot the lemon away from the boat. He
Oh.
didn't specify where I had to be.
He's going smart Alex style. There you go.
There you go. Got you.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Good job.
Although, wait a second.
We needed that lemon.
That's my
Hold
lemon.
on. I can't let you get away with that.
Huh?
That's a point-blank shot. It's got to be rolled at disadvantage if you're that close.
He's not
Yeah.
next to the cabin.
You're next to
He-
him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm
am-
pretty close to the cabin. Like, the way I have it, like, the edge of the
Okay.
cabin's here. I'm holding the lemon here, and then on this side, so you have to, like, you're supposed to shoot it in between, like, the two of it, so to speak.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll roll again. Oh, I'm sorry, Ravi. You want me to roll again then?
Yeah. You won't risk hitting the cabin, at least.
At least.
If you miss now, you'll either hit Robbie or you'll just sail off into the ocean.
No, I'm gonna try these other dice.
As far as we're concerned, he's just dicking around over there with his bow, like trying to aim,
Yeah.
upside down, like
Standing
I
next
got
to
like
Robbie.
the wing check.
gotta like ricochet.
I mean, he's taking the time, and he's kind of taking the piss on Robbie's request. So Robbie's probably making it a little more difficult for him by like, whoa, whoa.
So
What'd you get?
what do I have to roll for damage on Robbie?
A 19, 20, 21, or 22?
I did a 21.
Okay, sorry to say. How much damage is that going to be? You're going to shoot Robbie in his hand.
Robbie, no.
So that'll be a D8. Where's my D8? Hey, am I missing a... Wait a minute.
You would have totally sailed it right past him, but Robbie was moving the lemon on you.
Yep. Alright, that'll be a D8 plus 4. That'll be... Ah, you're good. That'll be 3 damage.
How'd you get 3 on a plus 4?
Oh, that's right. Plus 4. Well, that'll be 7.
You rolled a -1, Dave.
Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness, that was unpleasant.
Hey, you moved the lemon at the last second. Why did you do that?
This game of Truth or Dare is more dangerous than the bug attack for Robbie. He's already lost 19 hit points.
And there's no truth up, and we just keep physically bullying each other.
What happens when there's no action? We kill each other.
It's just how we live.
We'll do one more Truth or Dare. It's Arvistan's turn to pick.
One more,
Let's
buddy.
see. Shadow, who should we pick? All right. Criff. Truth or Dare?
Let's use the zone of truth.
Damn it!
Tired.
Shit.
I'm just laying on the deck right now.
You haven't moved since then?
Like wiggled over for the arm wrestling.
Yeah, there's no need. Just did a little backstroke across the wood.
Now I need to think about this. I honestly thought they were gonna go with Dare.
Doesn't have to be anything crazy.
Think of something deep.
I'm appreciating Shadow staring directly into your camera.
Okay.
Shadow.
He has a headset.
So fun. I want to talk to the cat. Oh, my shadow responded.
If I ever ask you to give me the slow fall ring, will you ever give it to me?
What?
For like a day? Yeah. But like that's it.
What a waste of it.
I mean, I didn't specify time, so
I did.
okay.
For like a day, maybe.
I love that ring. You'd have to have a good excuse.
Okay.
And I get Luna as collateral.
Hey, no. The truth is me putting it out there. Luna has nothing to do with it. Sorry, I could have made it more fun, but I was really hoping for the Dare. Alright, that's it then.
Right.
I was thinking something about with her with their cantrip fire and trick shots as well.
Oh, I see.
I don't know that I have to be dared to do that. we got a lot of bored days. I still don't know that it's a good idea. I don't know how many times I can say that we're all on this wooden boat together.
This is more or less how the group spends the next 3 weeks.
Cool.
All right.
After about like another week, I would like to message my sister.
Sure.
I would also like to try and message my sister.
Let's do Ravi first.
Hey sis, how are you and mom? We're almost halfway to Mochipa. Turns out, Uncle Aaron put us in a bunch of debt.
Surprise.
That's 23. Do you have 2 more words you want to pop in?
Love you.
Frowny face.
Okay. She'll say, Mom and I are settling in. We've made it to Anun Kasan. It's more difficult than I thought, but okay. Hope to see you soon.
That was well done.
Damn, no love you or anything? That sucks.
She ran out of words.
No, not. How did that go?
Pretty good. They're settling in, I think, as well as to be expected. And they've made it, and they're healthy, and I think that's all I can ask for, all things considered.
Well, that's good.
And Ajute wanted to try to contact her sister?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yazashi. The older one.
Okay. You've got 25 words. What do you want to say?
I know it has been a while, but I'd like to know if you're alive.
It's only 15. You want any more?
No.
All right. You'll hear a response. She'll say, help us. Help us. Please help us. Where are you? 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 Where are you?
You okay?
What the frick?
What happened, Hashota? You okay?
That was scary.
What was? What happened?
I got screamed at. Well, I heard help us like 14 times. It's a bit excessive. Maybe not that many, but enough. Where are you? Which decided to evolve into this horrendous, I don't know, demon voice maybe?
Demon voice? So,
I don't know. I just got screamed at in my head.
first of all, who you try to talk with?
I wanted to see if my sisters were still alive.
You have sisters?
Yes.
Huh.
I
I did not know that.
2 sisters that I assumed were dead. They were in Tarsaria.
Okay, and you say that you heard demon voice?
I heard help us a lot, and I heard where are you a lot. It was very panicky and then demony. I'm not
So
sure.
maybe she's part of the judge now, and that's who answered you, trying to lure you in.
That can't be it.
Has she had this demony voice before?
What?
I mean, you said that their voice sounded like demon, so I'm just wondering, has she had or used that voice before with you? Is that a normal thing or not?
No, Arvasan, she's Yuan-Ti. She's not a monster.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe she just uses those voices to play with you when you guys were kids or something. Or I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
No.
I don't
Okay.
suppose she was into any dark magics or anything, was she?
Not as far as I know. They were very young when I stopped seeing them.
And as far as you know, they were in Tarsaria.
As far as I know, I can't imagine them being able to leave easily.
So there is a hard chance that she's part of the judge then. Hopefully that's not the case, but we gotta take this into consideration, you know?
If that were the case, then wouldn't I get insect noises? Like I have been getting? Not
Not,
screaming and panicking and voice distortion.
I mean, remember that he is always in silence and not moving around. So maybe her being controlled by the judge makes a connection with her mind and your communication, and acts like if it was your sister, but she's part of the judge, and you know.
I mean, he actually might be right. There might be like an assimilation process that in the early stages you just get the noises until it's complete or something, but I don't know. There's a lot of things it could be and few it couldn't.
I would have rather have not heard anything at all. And it makes me curious to hear what the other one would say. I
Do
don't know.
you want to try it out? Maybe if you try to contact your other sister.
I can't imagine them getting separated.
Well, there is only one way to find out, but that's up to you.
Fine. I guess we'll send her the same message.
Okay, right now, like right.
Yeah, why not? I got it.
You will not get a response from your younger sister.
Well, that was unhelpful.
Why did the same thing happen?
Nothing happened.
Did you hear crickets this time, or just
Nothing.
nothing? Nothing. Okay. Uh, well, we learned that from not hearing not even a single cricket or nothing, there's two things. One, spell didn't reach. Two, and the most unfortunate one, she might be dead. Because Rabbit, remember when Rabbit did it to his uncle? And he just didn't hear anything?
I don't like the idea of them being alive and attached to that thing.
I don't like the idea that anybody is attached to that thing. So I'm with you on that one.
We're gonna stop it.
Are we?
Yeah.
Hopefully. We just need to get stronger and make some friends to be able to help us fight it.
I think after Mochipa, Tafel is the next stop, unless someone has a major knock against it.
We'd have to talk to Betty about it. I believe she's our ride home.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, we can talk to her about it, when we dock at Mochipa, and if, she says no, we find somebody else.
Sounds like a plan. We're not heading back right after Mochipa.
No, we'll probably have to send a ship back there to deliver the goods, but outside of that, I don't think the four of us are going to make some sort of giant tide turn in the war. Although now that I think about it, I probably should message Father Gregor too and ask him how that's going.
We don't know what the state of the city is.
Luckily we can find that out pretty quick with our spell.
No.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna message Father Gregor.
Sure.
Hey, Father. We're about halfway there. How are things in the city? Have you heard anything about the attacks? And is there any goings on in the Temple District?
We got the goings on.
Okay, that's fine.
He'll say, more refugees pour in by the day. Anders is still building the army. No more attacks as of yet, but morale is low.
Well, it sounds like things are pretty much the same as they have been. City's still under attack, still more people coming in. Sounds like people are getting down, though, as my guess is the war is probably not going well.
So we have a lot of eggs in the air.
Would either of you be willing sometime to message someone from that refugee camp to see if they ever found my family?
Of course. Who would you want me to get a hold of?
Well, I only met one person there. I don't know if you know someone better from camp to ask.
I mean, one of the leaders there is probably better, but Viol's probably the best.
One.
Yeah, I think Therol was the gentleman's name.
It escapes me. That was in my old journal, unfortunately.
The single reasonable one.
Yeah, he's the only one because I remember that one clan name is the one that was like, hey, this is the one that's not super dickish. What is it just your family name Avarax, or is there some other name that I should refer to you as when asking?
Avarax is the only one I know.
I am going to try and contact Therol.
Okay, from the Viol clan?
Yes.
Did you just remember that off the top of your head?
I remember the clan name, not the name. I had notes on the actual leader name.
So just don't message the creepy guy.
that was the one I didn't want to message. So I wanted to make sure I looked them up.
This is from 24 episodes ago. I don't know their voices anymore. I can tell you that for sure.
Real life me forgot their names, and real life me also does not have access to those notes because I took them out when we got rid of Chris' notebook.
Never met him anyway.
Well, I was in the tent the first time. I met one person, and he told me to get out.
Yep. Probably the one we're messaging.
Okay, so Thyril, you've got 25 words. Heard anything from Clan Avarax? How is the war going? We're trying to get help from Mochipa. Response appreciated.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. I'm just assuming you said all of that out loud.
Yeah, I would because I'm translating it. I'm doing it for Kriv.
You gotta count on your fingers in real life too, though. Like,
Probably would, yeah.
I mean,
Let's see the response from Farrell.
sorry, Dave.
I'm not going to try his voice. I'd have to like rewatch the episode and relearn because I did a bunch of different voices in that one. At least half a year ago, probably more. That might have been last year. Firil, he's the orc guy. What would he say to Ravi, who has not spoken to him in a long time, and he only met once?
We don't even know how good that camp's doing, all things considered. They could all be dead.
He'll say, "Sorry, I don't remember you.
Oh.
I have not heard from Avarax. It's around 11 now. The Veal clan has lost the clan war. I am now a prisoner."
Uh-oh.
I got a lot of not great news. Unfortunately, Kriv, he hasn't heard from your family. His clan lost the clan war, and he is now a prisoner.
that's a little ironic, isn't it?
It is kind of ironic, yes.
Is that clan war something you guys knew about? Is that a big thing right now?
It's a big thing for the camps. They were trying to find somebody who, I guess, lead them out of the war.
They
Yeah.
can't possibly be helping fight, like, invaders.
No, we told them that.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're also fighting the Internum, and it sounds like it's going about as well for them as it's going for us.
Do you think I'm still on trial? If he's not in charge?
I would, yeah, say without being able to speak to them, I would say probably if they haven't found anyone from your clan.
Okay.
They don't seem the forgiving type.
I didn't know too much of the politics of that place to start with, and I remember even less.
They hadn't fully formulated their politics anyway, so it's okay if you didn't know anything. All these separate clans didn't really interact with each other on a governmentary level. So they're having some difficulty trying to figure out who's in charge. It's not feral.
Robbie, how many more spells do you have?
None.
And everybody roll initiative.
Let's go. Robbie's all burned.
I have one more. And I will to be the one to message this guy.
Are you talking about the creepy dude?
Yes. But if they're the ones running it, that's a big problem.
Now, wait a minute, wait a second. Why have we not thought about this before? if we're trying to find Chris' parents, why don't we just message them straight up?
Hajite would have to have met my family.
Yeah, we can only message people that we've met.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yes, I haven't gotten the chance to meet them.
Would a picture work?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah,
I was just that
phone.
was actually me just wondering if the spell would work like that or not.
Just grab the old photo album that Kriv always takes
Yeah.
everywhere.
Let me just draw a person I have no memory of real quick.
Let me just whip out Facebook. Hold on.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only people who seem to know any of the Avaraxes are all in that camp, and the family name isn't super popular at the moment.
No.
I wonder if any of them have tried messaging them. That would have been so convenient if Hajite had, but that would also been weird.
Huh? What?
It'd be weird if you remembered my family and I didn't.
Yeah, that would be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
And-
about this other guy.
Which guy?
Creepo?
Residian.
If we message him,
Yeah, Residian, the creepy mage,
We would-
or whatever he.
probably very quickly know whether or not they're the ones running the shindig.
Do
Which
you
would
really want to send a
sound
message to Residian from the Ixcazioli clan?
I
Who-
personally don't want to be the one to send it.
He did try to magically charm you when you met him.
Uh-huh.
And as well, Criff wouldn't be able to because they didn't met him.
I
Kriv
can't
doesn't
mess.
have the spell anyway.
Oh yeah, that is true.
That's not a thing I can do. I can get animals to tell people things.
Yeah.
You're right. If we ever decide to talk to that guy, it should be all Ravi.
Send Ravi.
But Ravi's out of spells, so hey, you're the only one left.
We don't
I mean-
need to message him.
Yeah, no, not today.
Just make her do it. She's really uncomfortable. I'm enjoying this.
I'm not going to make her message that creep. That's not a thing I would do.
He tried to make me go to dinner with him, Aristan. How would you feel about that? Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody
Don't
has
answer
ever
that.
asked me about it.
Yeah.
I always
Audience
do my
says
own
he would
dinners.
touch your nice butt.
Arvistan, are you telling us you've never dated anyone? Is that where this conversation ended?
You've never dated anyone?
No? Is that so weird?
Yes.
Why?
You just. Why? Why not?
Are you guys
don't
like in
know.
arranged marriages? Is that how your culture works?
Not really. I've just been so focused in cooking and learning new methods and stuff like that I
Did you just say you were too focused on school
on
to
cooking
find it?
on cooking
On his career.
on my career that I just never thought about it.
I'm sorry, are there no hot people underwater? I didn't see any from my personal view of people coming out of the water. They didn't seem very hot to me, but I don't know. Maybe you like whale people.
Is that what?
I would be interested to know what Arvisan's type is. That's for sure.
I
Back
don't
to
know.
truth or dare.
I'm not gonna.
Nope,
I'm not gonna
that's over.
I'm not gonna assume what you're into, but
We should have asked this 3 days ago.
maybe the beaver guy. Or Coral Man.
All right, so
Alright, we're gonna move on.
For future reference, you can cook 4 people as a date.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice date by most standards.
Come on.
Just throwing
Okay.
it out there. You do you.
all right. I mean, I've never thought about it. I was just so into my career that I just never
Focus.
Yeah, no,
I
I've thought
appreciate
about
your
it.
dedication to your craft. That's very noble of you.
Just didn't happen for him.
Yeah.
He's been
And
traveling.
And if it happened and somebody liked me, I just didn't pay attention. I mean, I was, cooking away.
Now I feel bad for all of the broken hearts you left behind in the Kraken pools.
Hey, that's fine by me. I never knew any of them.
Standing over there trying to count how long it's been since Arvistan cooked us a dinner.
Shit.
You gonna make a date for us? You could have a three-way date. Technically a five-way date if you want to involve the animals.
When Hajite made that dinner for that dare, was that a date?
When I did that. You remember when I did that?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. You remember how good that was?
Oh man.
Astounding what you can do with ration.
Yeah, I know. I just rehydrated the meat. I just stuck it.
Betty's gonna lower the sails.
I'm so good at sailing, I know exactly what this means.
Is that port side? What's port side?
Whoa, what happened with that cat?
Sorry, are you guys more interested in the cat fight?
Yeah.
She's gonna exit the cabin, and she goes out to where the sails are, and she unhooks them. She's taking the sails down. She takes them below deck, and brings out a different set of sails. Straps those in and starts lifting them up. They seem heavier.
May I ask what's going on, Miss Betty?
Got to put the storm sails on.
What's a storm sail?
It's a sail for when you have to go into a storm.
Oh, Kriv, you got a thing for that, don't you?
Which thing are we referring to?
The one that you can, determine the weather, and so we can know how bad it is.
The thing I forgot to keep mentioning, and I tried to cheat and tell Dave at the beginning of this boat adventure that I was going to default do every morning.
Exactly.
Yep.
That thing you forgot to do?
You remember how I check that every morning?
Betty does, too.
That one.
Yeah.
She knows that there's a storm coming today.
Whoops.
Do we need to get, below deck?
You can do whatever you want. Just don't fall off the ship.
Is that a big risk?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a big storm coming? Or is it just...
I think it's going to be pretty bad.
Well, in that case, I'm going to go and start to rest.
Is it soon? I
I
don't want to be awake.
How far from the storm are we? Because I don't see anything right now.
It shouldn't be too far out. We'll definitely hit it today.
Okay. I proceed to take Luna downstairs and keep her downstairs so she doesn't fall down. And I grab one of the rope and tie myself to the mast and hang out.
Okay. Tied to the
I'm just
mast.
I'm just going to go sleep below deck.
Robbie will climb into a hammock hanging between two posts below deck. The safest place in a storm, of course.
You already only have 2 brain cells. Stop hitting your head on the table.
Don't
Kriv,
talk to
Hajite.
me like that.
Any bright ideas for the upcoming storm?
I'd like to go below deck too.
Sure.
And just get away from it. And I'm
Okay.
gonna... I don't know, is Shell up here?
Up on deck, yeah.
Oh. Guess I should... Is she still mad?
3 weeks later.
She's usually mad.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and see if I can usher her downstairs with jerky.
Okay, yeah. She does like food. She's suspicious, of course, but not enough to not go for it. She's not like precarious about taking it from you. So if you really want to like lead her, that you're gonna have to run.
All right, I'm in. Let's go.
Ajite will take out Jerky and Shell, who is, yes, much faster than you.
But it's surprise, right?
Yeah, she's just going to keep overtaking you and taking the food out of your hand, and you're going to have to pull more out and keep running
Okay.
to get her down below deck. Kriv, what's your plan for the storm?
You would think I might know like actual practical things, but the only plan I have is maybe stay on deck, probably pacing around a little, keeping an eye, like watching clouds come in, kind of a thing.
Just get on deck and be ready. You're a Midwesterner. If there's somebody says there's a super dangerous storm coming, you're like, let's go out.
Exactly.
Check it out.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I watched Menards get struck by lightning. The plan is gonna be to maybe like scoot below deck when it hits, but I don't know.
All right.
Just want to like watch it come in.
You'll see it after a few hours. You'll see those dark clouds off on the horizon. Just a massive storm. You could see little lightning strikes inside of it, and that sort of gray curtain underneath it, just to show how thick that rain is falling down under there. So you can see it coming a long ways. At what point do you think you would want to go under it? Before you even get close? Or do you want to wait until it starts actually picking up and try to get yourself there?
Maybe this sounds way too specific. I just remembered.
Go for it.
I was gonna say like when the winds start hitting like strong enough that even if you couldn't see it, you're like, oh, this is a storm coming in. You know, it's like just a little bit before the storm actually hits.
Sure. I mean, we've got open ocean, so you could see it really far away.
Yeah.
And you'll know it's coming. So you're going to go below decks before you get to the storm.
Yes.
Okay, that leaves Arvistan alone on the deck, tied to the mast.
Can I remind him that he has a potion that makes him less likely to die from lightning? Can I throw that out there real quick? You remember when you sold parts of my body to have that? Please do not forget you have that.
Yeah, I do remember.
Okay.
The closer you get, the bigger the waves become. So that sort of steady pace that you've been going for a few weeks kind of gets a little more up and down and rocking. For those of you below decks, we're going to need to make a Constitution saving throw as the seasickness starts to kick in. I understand the wind hits first, then you feel the first few drops of rain. You can see the swells rising up in front of you, and then the downpour will hit all at once.
16.
Same.
A sheet of rain falls all over you. It makes it hard to even see further than a quarter of a mile.
19.
Do I see anything around me? Like anything big trying to reach us? Or that's coming with the storm?
Just big waves, big water, lightning bolts. Most of them are just arcing across the clouds up above you. Not purple lightning, standard lightning.
Okay, I was about to ask that next. Like, do I know any of these lightning?
The rain's heavy. You've got to blink a lot to sort of clear the flashing water out of your eyes. And the waves just get bigger and bigger until eventually that ship is going down at almost a 45-degree angle and then back up again, shifting, and those angles are just increasing and increasing as Betty's driving straight into the waves, trying not to capsize. Below decks, there's a rope tying up a few barrels of provisions off in the corner, and the stress of the ship going up and down is going to cause the rope to snap. These big, heavy barrels, 3 of them, are going to come rolling out towards the rest of you. Ghost is also in the line of fire.
Ghost! Ghost!
No.
Those barrels rolling at you. What would you like to do?
Catch him!
Catch them. Got it.
Stop it.
My god. Oh god.
Strength saving throw if you want to catch a barrel. Now, they're a few 100 pounds each.
Yeah, that's the worst idea ever.
Fine.
You're welcome to try. Maybe with some help it would be possible.
Maybe for one.
Any plans? We got loose barrels, and we keep going up and down, so they're going to keep rolling back and forth unless we do something about them.
I don't suppose there'd be a place for to try to tie them up, would there?
There was a place where they were tied up already. The rope had just snapped there. If you could get them back to that area and either put a different rope on and tie them there, or try to repair that rope that's broken, then that should be able to work.
I still have rope.
If we can get them back in there, I can just fix the rope.
Yeah, I will try to help move them to to the circle or whatever it is that they're kept in.
Okay,
I
that's a
wanna-
good follow-up plan, but the first thing we need to do is that they're barreling literally toward you.
What's the biggest animal I've seen?
Biggest animal you've seen?
I've seen a rhino.
A rhino? No. We haven't seen any rhinos.
I gotta ask. I don't know.
Um,
I'm looking.
your giant goat is pretty big. Ghost is a pretty big animal that you've seen. You've technically seen whales, although I don't think that that's really the best option right now.
Probably not.
You have seen sea lions.
You've seen those.
Those are the big ones, aren't they?
They get big. I found a sea lion stat block, but they are a 1/2 challenge rating. If you can do that much.
I can.
They're fairly big.
Bigger than a goat?
Bigger than a regular goat, but not bigger than a giant goat.
Okay, I will be a giant goat really quick.
All
Real
right.
quick.
That sounds more helpful, probably.
Criv will transform into a giant goat. To what end?
Just for fun.
See if
Thought
I
it
can
looked cool.
push any barrels, like headbutt, probably.
All
I
right.
feel like the head's the strongest part of a goat.
We've got a barrel going for Shell and Hajite. We've got a barrel going for Ravi and Luna. And we've got a barrel going for Ghost.
Oh
Which
my
one do you want to
goodness.
stop?
Ghost!
Gotta have to go with Ghost. There's two peoples on the other ones.
Okay. Make a strength check to stop that barrel.
This one would be Ghost. That's correct.
Use your goat strength. The other two, everybody else is going to have to deal with.
I should have used a goat dice. That is only 8.
Okay.
I need to figure out what goat dice are.
I don't.
I'm just going to say Criv is about to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you are not able to sufficiently slow the barrel without hurting yourself, but you do avoid Ghost getting hurt.
Okay, that's something.
Now that's 7 under your goat hit points also, so.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead, Ian.
I don't suppose that there's really sidestep this. Is there behind a post or something like that?
It's possible.
Then I will try to just sidestep behind unless there's somebody behind me.
You've got Luna, but you could just have Luna do the same thing if you wanted.
Yeah, I would try to have us both do the same thing.
Do a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to have Jason roll 1 for Luna for us. It's +5 for Luna.
I'm gonna let you know a secret. Dex,
24.
not my strong suit. That is a natural 1.
Did you
Okay.
say a secret?
Yes, I did.
24 for Luna.
Not
We've
so
all
much
known
a
that.
secret.
That was a natural 19, so 24 for Luna.
Luna will be able to jump out of the way without any problem. Ravi, you're going to look like you're going to do it, but not actually move at all and take the full force of a barrel rolling over you. That one's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Ow.
Now, Hajite and Shell, how do you want to deal with that barrel?
Well, I could explode it, but it's probably not recommended to explode it.
It's got food in it.
All right. Shell's so heavy though. Damn. I can't even like shove her properly.
She's big.
All right, I want to try and shove her in the direction she may seem like she's gonna try and dodge.
Okay, give us a strength athletics check.
Yep.
Shell's going to attempt to not be shoved at the same time.
Shell, can you get it together?
She's got a 25.
Wow, there's no way. There's no way. It's a 15.
Okay. Shell's going to try to shove you.
Great. Cool. Am I?
You can try to counter that if you want. She doesn't do a super great job at trying to shove you. She rolled an 8.
Yeah, I don't think I would expect her to try and shove me back.
Okay. She'll push you out of the way, and then she'll get hit with the barrel. She's going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's less than Robbie.
Now, we can get them back where they were. The easiest way to do that is going to be to wait for the ship to tilt in the other direction and let them roll their way back. Now, since they're not a surprise that it's going to come rolling out at you, you can position yourselves in such a way that you're not at risk of getting hit with them.
Yeah.
And then when they roll back, they're not all going to roll exactly to where they're supposed to be and just line themselves up perfectly and get ready to tide right back up. But you are going to have a very short amount of time to get them into the position they need to be in to be tied up safely. Kriv is still a giant goat. You have a draft horse and a large bird to help you. How do you want to get those barrels put in?
Headbutt.
I'm gonna try. Do you think I would have enough time to run over there and try to tie like another rope, but have it still on the ground so that the barrels can roll up over it and like pull it up to reinforce with a second rope?
You can go quick. Do you give us a sleight of hand check to see how quick you are with that?
All right. Well, I'm gonna attempt that, but I am gonna try and motion the animals.
To also help you?
Yes.
Kriv, roll with advantage. I'm going to have you make an athletics check. Shell's going to be helping you push the barrels.
Athletics. See, so that's still strength.
15.
22.
Okay, so we're doing pretty well. We can get 2 barrels into the position they need to be in. We've got one that's a little stray yet.
I'll try to move that one.
All right, that's strength athletics to shove that.
17.
Okay. Ravi's going to put in a lot of effort to roll that last barrel up into place. Hajide, you've got one to tie it from below, right?
I want to like.
From the floor up?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You know how people like in a cartoon trick people?
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. So we're trying to put a tripwire down.
Yeah.
Rather than have a single rope that's holding it, we're just putting more ropes in.
It's yes.
Lower down. Okay.
Yeah. But I also want to mend the other one. I just wanted to reinforce first.
Okay. Ravi can help you reinforce with that second rope while you're casting the mending spell on the first rope to get that position back in place and get those barrels put back where they need to be. Arvistan, on deck, tied to the mast. Can you make a perception check for us?
For all we know, he's gone.
He's been taken by the storm.
That'll be 13.
Okay. You're not sure exactly what sort it is that you're seeing out on the waves nearby, but there's another ship out here.
Oh shit. Okay. Fuck. How far are they?
Far enough that yelling over the storm is not really an option, but close enough that you can see that there is a ship there. Perception's not super great. The stormy weather and the big waves are making it difficult to see. It's dark underneath these clouds. Waves are breaking your line of sight every so often. But it's an Omni sailing vessel. It's got an Omni crew. They're not doing well.
If I scream from here, will Betty hear me?
Maybe. How well does an octopus hear?
Scream check.
If you scream from here, I know somebody who has very good hearing is going to be Luna below deck.
Yeah, I don't want Luna to be coming up here. And
You
she'll
laughed.
probably automatically come out if I start screaming.
You laughed at my yell checks day one.
I'm gonna try to make it with a tied to the rope to Betty's quarters and knock on the door.
Tied to the mast. In what way are you tied to the mast? Let's just
Like-
clarify this, because I had pictured
Okay, what do you pictured?
from the chin to your feet, wrapped
Peter
around
Pan.
many times, like Odysseus.
Oh God, no!
Like I'm tied so that I am like rigid against the mast, not moving.
Oh God, no! I was like tied to my waist with like a bunch of like.
Oh dear Lord!
free
Make a
rope to be
dexterity
able-
saving throw. You
Okay.
think you're just standing there? I thought you were tied up against the mast.
I'm
You're just
grabbing-
like on a line. You're going to be flying around.
I'm holding myself to the mast.
You gotta pick.
Is that a real thing that like sailors do, where they just like tie themselves to it? Like, I mean, I
Yes.
still got to do sailor work.
They do that,
Yes,
but
they do
Arviston's
that.
not a sailor.
Sure.
You
What
just
kind
chose
of knot did you use? Did you use a slip knot? Did you use a monkey's fist?
Okay, so
In SpongeBob's words, do you use a poop loop?
you said dexterity saving?
Yeah. Just to keep your feet.
That'll be 14.
Okay. You're going to have slipped a few times and fallen down and then get picked up and tossed around on the deck of the ship. And since
Okay.
you've given yourself enough leeway, I'm assuming, since you requested this, to be able to reach the captain's cabin,
Yes.
you've got at least 10, 15 feet of rope separating you from that mast. So
Okay.
getting jerked around like that is, especially by your waist, is a painful experience. You're not going to lose hit points from
Okay.
this, but it's
Just
not
like-
fun.
Yeah.
You are currently on a descent in a swell right now. So you're angled pretty far down on this side. The captain's cabin is up behind you. To reach that door, you'd have to climb the deck.
How far is that going down? Like, is it going to be a minute or two descending?
It's going to take a moment if you wanted to wait until.
Yeah,
you're-
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay, well, it's not very long after it finishes going down there. It's going up again. And you're going to start to fall. I'll have you make another dexterity saving throw to try to slide down instead of just fall.
8 and 7. That's 15.
15. Okay, I'll give it to you for that. You sort of slide, you try to move as far as you can down the deck towards the captain's cabin before things shift as you can. Once it starts going up, you're almost vertical.
Okay.
With the way the ship is going.
So technically, I'm like standing on top of the door.
And everyone below deck is also kind of like shifting along on the sides of the hull, just to try to make sure that they don't fall or get crushed or something.
Okay.
For the most part, Betty's tied everything down pretty well. There was that one hiccup with the barrels coming loose, but she's very used to transporting cargo like this, so most of it stays in place as it shifts around.
Yeah, I start knocking on the door, and she can understand me, right? In her octopus form. Okay, and I'll let her know that there's a ship right in front of us, and what should we do about it? And hopefully she answers.
She cannot respond in her octopus form.
Yeah. And
octopus thumbs up.
You're not going to have time to do.
I won't be able
the back
to
and forth, yes or no, 20 questions that Crib did earlier.
Yeah. I will go. Well, as far as I can. Get back to the mast and hold myself there.
You'd have to climb unless you're willing to wait until.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Shifting yourself up again. Okay. Make another perception check from the mast.
That'll be perception. Where are you? There we go. Perception is +5 and 9. That'll be 14.
Okay, their mainsail is in tatters. They're taking on water.
Shit. Okay. I mean, there's not much I can do at this point. And do I see people just screaming around, or I just
you can't hear them? They're a little bit too far away, but they are struggling, and they seem frantic and panicking. And you're the only one who knows. And Betty knows, since you told her.
I guess I'll see what. Did I say that the boat was like in front of us, right? Like we were heading towards them, or are they to like a side?
You could have given a general direction of where the boat is.
Okay, and I guess I'll just have to wait and see. The captain's quarters to the stairs. How far is that?
They're next to each other.
They're next to each other?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get close enough to where I can talk to them downstairs and let them know that there's a ship outside in wrecks.
Let them know.
Guys, there's a ship in front of us, and it's getting wrecked by all of this crazy weather. But what should we do? Already let Betty know, and her octopus form, I don't think she can answer, or I don't know what she's trying to do.
Unless she starts taking the ship near them, there's not anything we can do, I'm afraid.
What do you want us to do? Save somebody else? We can barely keep it together down here.
I don't know. I just thought it was a good idea to let you guys know about it.
If we start heading, let us know, and I'll try to come above deck.
Are they dying?
Their mess is pretty messed up. And I'll just proceed to keeping an eye and see if we head towards their direction or
not. You'll start to pass them. They're not heading in a great direction, and they're kind of spinning a little bit as they're going. They're going to hit these waves broadside, which is not a good way to be doing it. As you're coming close to them, Betty is not heading towards them.
We're passing next to them, and Betty's not stopping to help them or anything. I mean, I understand it's really dangerous, but what should we do?
I'm assuming that we're still getting rocked like crazy, where we're shooting up and down.
You're basically, you're kind of getting the hang of it, but you've got to be shifting yourselves or tie yourself off to something. Not the way Arvistan did. That's not a great way to do it. Especially not if you're doing anything. Just totally tie yourself to one of the posts. The masts extend below decks down here, so there are at least 2 poles that you can tie yourself to, or you could tie yourself into any of the supplies. Get Ghost and get Sturdy up on the back of the horse if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'll.
Goes.
How much extra rope do we have left?
Lots.
Oh, in second question, was there rope like on the side of the ship at all?
There's plenty of rope all around the ship, but it's really hard to determine which of it is part of Betty's sailing rope and pulley system or not. She's got more rope than you'd expect to see on a ship, even more than most ships have. But a lot of it feeds into her cabin, and some of it that looks like it might not go anywhere, it's hard to say if it does or not.
So I will start to head up deck and try to tie myself to a nearest post or something. Something that looks sturdy.
On the deck?
Yeah, on the deck itself.
Okay. The mast is still the best bet.
If it can take another rope, then I'll do that.
Yeah.
And if there's any rope on the floor that's not connected to anything, I want to try to tie that to the sides of the ship and toss that into the ocean. In hopes towards the other ship, in case people can try to grab onto it.
All right. We could probably safely assume that between your adventuring party and the spare supplies on Betty's ship, that there's going to be some rope that you can use to tie off on the sides of the ship, on the handrails, and then toss. So you're just tossing the loose rope out into the water.
Unless we have something that floats, is there stuff to like tie up? Because I mean, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot on board the ship, if I remember correctly.
Betty doesn't really have any concerns about drowning ever, so she doesn't really supply herself with those kinds of safety equipment. So there's not like a life preserver or a lifesaver or anything, unless you guys have something else that will float. Some of those supplies are in wooden crates or barrels that might float, but shifting one of those by yourself from below decks to up on top of the deck is going to take a lot of time, and it would require a much steadier ship. Unless someone else has some other means of creating a flotation device, or has something that would float well.
Not really.
I mean, you could just throw a big hunk of wood. We have hunks of wood.
Oh, do we? What if we need him if something happens to the ship and we have to patch it up?
Indeed, Arvistan, that is the question. What if we need any number of the supplies we're throwing overboard?
So I'm gonna try to.
What if you jump off?
Y'all.
How close is this other ship to us?
Let's see. Betty's not going to try to get too close because it's very dangerous to come close to another ship in a storm. So I'm going to put them at probably, at the very least, 150 feet away from you.
Woo.
It's pretty far for you to throw.
It is.
It really is. No matter what.
Are the people actively falling? Go ahead.
Can Arvistan like fire an arrow at the ship with the rope tied to it?
It's too much wind. It won't do anything.
It would go further than someone trying to throw a floppy noodle.
Yes, I agree, but you think they'll see it? I mean,
Better than anything else.
do we have 100+ foot of rope?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, probably not multiple strands, but we probably got a couple.
I mean, we can try that if you want to.
Crib, did you come aboard deck 2, or are you still?
Crib's a goat.
Yeah, I
that's right.
probably drop it if the barrels are chilling. I don't know.
Sure.
You probably could go up there and like be pretty sturdy on deck as a goat. You just wouldn't be able to tell anybody.
Yeah. I mean, I do have more rope. I think the only bit I've knowingly cut off and used was on the fake banister thing. I think. I assume it's too volatile out there to even consider walking out there again on water.
I'm going to try to boom my voice 3 times as loud with my cantrip.
Okay.
Take anything that floats and jump into the water. We're tossing ropes down.
Okay.
Jump into the water.
If you've got lifeboats, take those.
We have a lifeboat.
Yeah, that's ours.
Ravi or Arvistan can make perception checks to see what they do.
All right.
$16.
Yeah, let's go with Robbie.
All right, Ravi. One of the crew members on the other boat takes out a scimitar and cuts a rope that is tying down a shipment that they're carrying. They have long logs of mahogany. And all of those big logs come rolling out into the water. And some of them jump off. Some of them are very frightened to do so. And all of them are Omni, and a great number of those Omni people don't have hands to grab onto those beams, so they have some difficulty maintaining their position on those logs. But some of them do crawl out and try to get out onto those logs in the water. The logs are moving in the opposite direction that your ship is moving.
I'm going to control water and try to bring the circle of them towards the ship and towards the ropes.
I have it as well if we need.
That's what I was calling. If you're not above deck already, I'd be like, Kriv, come help!
You know, I ran up as a goat and then was like, being a goat is useless now, and turned back.
All right. What are we doing to prevent giant mahogany logs from destroying your ship?
Didn't you say they were heading away from us?
They were, until Ravi decided to control water and bring these people who are hanging onto these logs in your direction.
I see.
But the logs are in the water also.
Can I control water, like, at wherever it is they would be hitting the ship, like, control it almost like a little up or something, so like almost a little bit like a wall, and then theoretically maybe like an elevator where I could lift them up? I don't know how the spell works.
Okay.
Or bring them close enough to grab onto the rope.
Without,
And then, and then,
like controlling that from being volatile.
like, I bring them to us, they grab onto the rope, then Kriv can push the barrels back and try to do it that way.
Hands.
Arvistan, start pulling up the ropes and stuff as people come up. Or as they're pulling up, try to help them up.
Okay.
It's very chaotic in the storm. Of course, the rain is plummeting down, thunder's booming, and lightning's striking. It's difficult to see anything. There's waves blocking your vision all the time. Ravi and Kriv are using opposing control water spells to try to gesture these people in this general direction. You're hoping that they'll grab onto these ropes and make their way onto the ship. You lose sight of their ship entirely. It hits a wave and disappears. The logs crash into each other over and over. You can hear them striking one another. It's almost like another thunderclap out in the ocean. These giant tree trunks slamming into one another in the ocean. Arvistan's pulling on the rope, You sent one out, or was there more than one rope that got tossed out into the water?
I would have tossed as many ropes as possible.
Okay, let's say we've got 3 ropes out in the water. Arvistan, you're pulling on one. After these control water spells are done being cast, Ravi and Kriv are each pulling on a rope also. I'd have you all make strength checks just to tug those ropes in.
$21.
16.
12. The opposite of 21.
All 3 of you are pulling on these 3 different ropes with all of your might, trying to pull these people in out of this storm. Ravi, you're tugging, and you think you've got somebody very close to the ship. Arvistan, as you're pulling and straining, eventually it just starts coming more easily. You pull the rope all the way in, and there's no one on the end of it. Kriv, you pull as hard as you can. You think you've got someone on the end of that rope. When you get them up to the ship, of course, you're still in the storm. We still have a lot of effort to try to get these people out and working. Arvistan, you're going to have to rush over and help Kriv as they're struggling to get that rope up onto the ship.
Okay.
Kriv, there's one person hanging onto your rope with their teeth. It's a young Omni man. Looks like a cross between a squirrel and a skunk. Hanging on there, and you pull up. Ravi, you see something similar. There's someone hanging on with their teeth on the end of your rope. Yours is a cross between a llama and a tapir. And they're holding on to like an owl person who is unconscious. And you'll pull those 3 people up onto the boat.
I'm gonna pull people more to like, safer areas.
Sure,
if
you're
I
trying
can.
to get them below deck as soon as you can.
Yeah.
All right. You'll grab all of those people. And Rob, do you guys want to leave Arvistan up on the deck where he set himself up in the first place?
Yeah, if I'm helping the people down, absolutely.
Was
Okay.
that everyone that we saw out of the water?
That's everyone that got to the rope. There were more than 3 people on the boat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but there's
I
not
lost
any
mine.
chance for anyone else.
Yeah, I lost mine.
Leave the ropes back down there. Like fishing for crabs.
I don't know if that's a good idea. It can tangle up into the mast, and not the mast, the
The mast.
rotor, and it'll just lock up, and we won't be able to turn around. So it's not a good idea. Not
What?
to the mast, I said the rotor.
The rudder he's using
Yeah.
Venezuelan English to tell you the word he's speaking.
The rotor.
Yeah.
They probably have a similar root word because rotor is another word, but that would be
Yeah.
a mechanically powered
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
engine.
Now that you say it, yeah. It's something similar. You get the idea.
I knew what you meant. And it would get tangled, and it would be a problem because then you wouldn't be able to steer the ship properly.
Yeah.
We will be introduced to these 3 people next time.
Hey. Woo.
Oof.
And we'll find out how many people died.
That's
Nah,
far less
not-
exciting.
That's can we just avoid that part?
They don't need to find out. They don't need to tell us.
I mean, we did as much as we could in this shitty ass weather, so you know. At least we tried.
It wasn't clear Betty was not wanting to help them, just because of the danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was dangerous. But hey, we've made it several weeks across the ocean already. We're further than we have to go. We've passed the point of no return. Closer to Machipa
Huzzah!
than we were to Karenia. So, we're in a good position for next time. hopefully we'll sail our way out of this storm again and find out what we can do for these people that almost died. Is everyone any good for next week? It's the
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far,
I'm good.
yeah.
All right. Sorry about technical difficulties. Sometimes microphones are mad. And we have to scold them to make them work.
Sometimes it be like that.
All right. Yeah, you're probably going to wind up with a YouTube video where I'm not talking for 10 minutes. But, oh well. Okay. Until then, thank you. You all did an excellent job. I'll see you next week.